Hey y'all, how's it going? Welcome back to the Pakt opening saga. Basically, I bought a bag back in March. I got it in around July, and it is this bag. It's a travel backpack for the minimalist in you, or basically anybody that likes a clamshell bag. And when I bought it, I was also supposed to get some of those like travel bags that fit into suitcases and such to help you squeeze more things into your bag, or at least just keep them organized. So that's what I got middle of last week, and that's what we're gonna be opening today to do the first impressions of experience. We're just gonna do quick first impressions, hopefully one take of this, so here we go. Now I will say right off the bat, when I got this, I was kind of sad because I thought this was a plastic mailer. But no, it says, hey, I'm 100% compostable. Cheddar? I'm working on some. My cat's in here, he's right down there, and his idea of, to get my attention when I'm not giving him attention, is to attack my chair and my jeans. So, here we go. And just so you can see, there you go. And on the back, I'm not gonna show you because it has my address. It says, I'm made out of plant material like corn and more corn. And it looks like the company is No Issue Co. Compostable. Very cool. Okay, let's open this up. Oof. Okie dokie. Ooh, it's a nice color. Let's throw that over there. Okay. I don't know what exactly I was expecting. This is a nice bag on top. Okay, so it's showing that there are 3 bags in here, apparently. It's a travel backpack packing cube set. That is what it's called. I forgot what it was called. It's a packing cube. Set of 5. Okay, let us see. What are all these little things? Okay. How do I open this? Okay. Dun, dun, dun. So we got 5 things in this extra bag. I'm wondering if this is considered the 5 or if all these are the 5. So, okay. We've got 1 bag. So that looks like a soft underwear bag. Very cool. We've got another one, probably about the same size. You could probably fit t-shirts in here. Yeah, they are the exact same size. And then this one I think has 2 in it, so let's open this up. Okay, so of their set of 5, you get 2 nice big bags, so jeans, heavier things, 2 smaller bags, and then what I'm going to call, not just as its carrying bag, but it is also, I'm going to say like a shoe bag. So if you have some like wet shoes, you can throw them in here, then throw them in the top part of the Pakt bag that is waterproofed. That's not a bad combo. The one thing to note is this doesn't fully sealed shut, so might not be the best option, but you could probably stick a lot of interesting stuff in here beyond just these bags. So let's check out some of the zippers on these, because I know zippers on these bags can be an utter pain. So on all of these, you're going to see they have a handle just on one side, and they also have the Pakt logo, and it says made in Vietnam. And honestly, it seems to be holding up. I'm just going at the corners on one of these to see how much strength it's going to take on it. That seems pretty good. It's not really moving much. And it's nice that it's a mesh, but it's also a mesh that a lot of things can't get into, because I have some of these older ones that I bought for my Eagle Creek bag, and not the biggest fan of those because the mesh was so large, and that meant anything could get into it, like a lot of dirt and bugs and anything like that. And if you're taking this traveling anywhere, you gotta keep an eye out for those. So the zippers on these feel nice. They aren't catching. It's always my issues with zippers and these nice little pull ties on them. So say one of these breaks, you can easily replace it instead of having to replace a metal one. Those are so hard to find and replace, and I just don't want to deal with them. So I'm very, very okay with this. So there's really not much to review here. The things that hold stuff. So let's actually put stuff in them. Okay, so we've got a bunch of socks. We've got some clothes. We have shorts, we have jeans, we have t-shirts, we have some long sleeve shirts, we have some work pants. So let's just start throwing these in and see how much they can handle. If I need to go get more, I will go get more. So these big ones are the ones I'm gonna guess you're going to want for pants and bulkier items. So if we're gonna go how you should be packing, have it folded and then you roll these up. Seems like it's okay. Now the issue is going to be zipping it up. Let's see. Okay. Honestly, I probably could fit a little bit more in the corners. So if you have little small things you needed to fit in this, there you go. I did fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items in here. Depending on how thick they are, you might be able to fit 6. You could also fit maybe some underwear or a sock or two in here to fill it out. But, okay, so we got 6 items in there. What else can we throw in here? So we've got, Okay, this we hit 4 because that hoodie took up a little bit of extra space. But there is still, if you look, room here on the sides and on the bottom. So you can still fit other stuff in here. Like, instead of putting socks and stuff in there, I could actually just throw them down the side. And these two are from the same family of socks, so let's put them together even though they don't match. So we've got that in there. These are from the same family of socks but don't match, so let's also put these in here. Okay, so we got 4 on the bottom. Do I have another top in here? I do not. So you could put another piece up at the top. So in here we have shorts, long sleeve top, long sleeve thin hoodie, short sleeve top. Okay. And I would throw underwear in here, except I'm not going to put my underwear on the internet. So these are relatively big compared to what I usually see with packing cubes. Usually they're maybe a ½ inch smaller. I appreciate that these are bigger, especially because these don't have to just hold your clothes. These don't have to just hold your socks. They can hold other things like gaff tape. This is literally the height of gaff tape. So if I wanted to, I could probably throw this in if I was traveling with photography and I really just wear the same clothes all the time, even though I have way too many clothes. So let's just start pairing these sort of up and let's see what happens. Let's just say this is for, dun, dun, dun. This has a set of 2. Let's see, there we go. So these are my nice big wool socks. These are my shooting socks for when I'm on set. And these take up a good amount of space. Folded, just for context, they take up a lot of space. So having something that'll compress them a little bit is a very good thing. But they do take up like a quadrant. A whole quadrant. That is insane. Okay, I still gotta grab some more stuff out of here. Because we're not full yet. We're not gonna fill up this one because I don't have that many socks. But we're gonna at least get close on this first one. So you at least have an idea of how many socks fit in here. And most of these are very threadbare socks compared to my wool ones. I only have 2 sets of those. So, let's see. We'll throw the Star Wars sock with the other sock. Bam. I got more. Hold on. There's still a decent amount of space, which is not bad at all. This will compress down. Okay. So, what do we got right now? This is minusing this bag and the other bag that we have, but we'll carry over how much is in here. We have 1 giant pair of wool socks. We have about 4 pairs of matching socks and another 3 pairs of not matching socks. So 1 plus 4 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 pairs of socks. You could also probably just put half and half socks down here and then underwear up top. Keep this one empty so that you could put all your used socks and underwear and things that probably should be kept separate from your rest of your clothes in here, or you can use this for it. That's also a good idea. And then in here we have some shorts, long sleeve with hoodie, long sleeve shirt. You could put something else on top. There is a decent amount of space. You could even put journal, anything else you want that isn't clothes related. I just wanted to give you context of the actual amount of things you can store in here. And then we have some work pants, a couple of tops. So we have about 6 items in here. Now, let us do the real test. Did they size this properly? Because that is always the scary thing. You buy a thing, you make a thing, it's supposed to be a size, and then it's not the size it's supposed to be. So, because the one thing that is worrying me, honestly, is this space here doesn't look like it's big enough for this. It really doesn't. Which is, I don't like this. I love Pakt, but like, that's weird. Your packing cubes are bigger than the actual space that they fit into. Is it meant to go on this side maybe? Okay, before I be really mean about this, let's just try the other side. Maybe this is, because this is attached to what is supposed to be the laptop holder, so maybe these are supposed to be put on this side? Because this does look a little bit bigger, but do you see the size difference? I think it's too small. Let's see, trying not to catch everything on fire. Okay, so it looks like this side is much more designed for these, but the other thing that I'm worried about with this design is this up here is supposed to hold stuff, but also behind this little bit here, that's actually supposed to be like your waterproof bag, so that needs a little bit extra room. So you probably would put this in here, but then that makes it too high. What's the point of making it this size if they're too big for the space? Am I doing this wrong? I feel like I'm doing this wrong. I've got to be doing this wrong. So let's just continue. So let's do it on this side. Let's close it. Let's see what happens. So it fits fine. It's designed to go up a little bit. I just thought it would be a little bit tighter. And this, you still have room to put whatever you need in here. But we'll get to that in a second. Let's try it on this side, because this side is smaller. Not a big fan of how small it is, because these don't actually really go up over, but I'm guessing it's going to be fine. But especially with this being a laptop pocket, I just be worried about extra weight, because look how high this goes up compared to where it actually sits. And yes, that is partially because of how I packed this, and I will learn. This is the first time packing this for this bag, but still. I don't. I'm not a fan of that. I'm really not a fan of that, because as soon as you close this, it's as big as it's supposed to be. Like, it's not overly large. It's really not. But the one thing that I'm worried about is you have up here, this is meant to be right here, kind of a wet storage pouch. But look, it's movable. You can move everything in, but when also you have stuff on the inside, and then this needs to have stuff in it, feels like it's just gonna be too large. And honestly, I need to pack. Like, I need to actually be able to pack and be planning to go somewhere to fully review this. This is just the first impressions, and right now my first impressions, it's like, I like them. I'm just worried about not being able to use them to their full capacity, because like, let's pull this out over here. Maybe this will freak me out a bit less when it's even. Because what's freaking me out with this laptop pocket is, see, I didn't use both of these or didn't fill it up to the top. This is slanting down. You could break your laptop, which is not something I like to even think about as an option. So let's throw this in here. And here's the thing, these small ones, I'll show you. The big ones fit the width perfectly. The small ones give you a bit more space. So you have about, looks like 2 inches of space, and then you still have a little bit of room up here to throw some stuff. So if I wanted, oh, sorry, my hip's bad, and I moved in a really wrong way. Holy cow. Okay, so let's move this up here. This is sealed. There we go. Not that I would put a water bottle in this part of the bag, that's what the outside of the bag is for, but just for context of how much space is actually in there with that inside. Okay, let's seal this back up. Oh, it looks worse, it looks tighter. Okay, so if you're packing with these packing cubes, actually if you're packing at all with this bag, and this is before taking it out to explore or anything, like I said, don't overpack this side if you're planning to bring your laptop. If this is just going to be journals and papers, have fun, pack it as you wish. But if this is a laptop, ew, it would be iffy for me with how high this gets. And like I said, yes, it is how I fold stuff, but everybody seems to roll their items, rolls their clothes, socks, t-shirts, whatever they can fold and roll, they're gonna roll. And it's just so high. Like, look how low this is compared to how much this expanded. And that's a good thing if you like to overpack. Like, the fact that you can fit this much stuff in here, fantastic, primo, I love it. What I don't love is I'm just afraid I'm gonna mess up my laptop, because that's my life. I would do that. So overall, it's not bad. Okay, you know what? I have a feeling you're staring at me saying, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? So, off camera, I'm gonna stuff the other bag with my clean underwear. Not rolling it, just stuffing it into the bag. Just so we can actually see what it looks like. Completely full. I think so far I have about 8 pairs of underwear in here of different types, boy shorts, cheekies, boxers, all that jazz. Okay. Let's throw some socks in here for a good measure. Mainly because there's still a little bit more space and I'm running out of clean clothes to put in. But I don't have to go up and get. Okay. Okie dokie. This is a poorly packed bag. Well, packing cube. Hey, jokes. Okay. Are we open? Yes, we're open. Okay, so like I said, this is supposed to fit stuff. It's not very deep. It's probably just meant to fit more paper things that you need semi-quick access to, even though this is not the side that opens up into the system. It's this side, but I'm not gonna judge it. But as soon as you put this in, you lose access to that. So that is just a straight up storage center. Like I said, this is not packed properly. And it's not as big on this side as it is on that side, which is weird since this side was designed to be taller. Maybe that's what I'm misunderstanding, but, oh. Okay, we've got this packed. It is packed to the gills. And then this is just a random bag at this point. So let's use this. Pretend this is shoes. Like small shoes, foldable shoes. Where would this go? So right up here is that waterproof section. So since this is a water bottle, that would not actually go here or go on the side, let's just stick it in there. Why not? It's making less sense than the original one because it's driving me bonkers that it's so big now. So this thing is a good, like, 8 inches wide. Oh, this is big. I like the idea of packing cubes, and especially for this, it keeps it separated, but I'm just worried. Ugh. I would get up, but my shoulders are bad, so we're just gonna stay sitting down. Or not my shoulders, my hips are bad. So, let's see how these bags hold up in terms of the actual distribution, because that's the one thing I'm worried about. Why did that click? That's freaking me out. Freaking me out, man. Okay. Okay, this is not properly sealing. This is the first time I've actually put this on my back since I got the bag a couple of months ago, because I've had nowhere to travel. So, okay, I will put that back, but this is just to, okay. The other nice thing about packing cubes is it keeps stuff from shifting, which is good for your bag. It is sitting pretty okay, and I actually don't feel how heavy it is. These actually, I think they just need worn in, but they're a bit painful. That might just be me and being a wimp, being completely honest. So, okay. So that's the review. Probably, it was not as good as my last one, not gonna lie, but this is a first impression, so I can't refilm it. Ha ha ha, joke's on me. So, TLDR of this item, it works. They're packing cubes. It feels like it's a little bit too big for the bag itself, and I was kind of hoping they would be designed with the bag in mind. I feel like they were, and I'm just using them wrong. But like I said, first impressions, I wish they compressed a little bit more to help fit in the case, because as you saw, the biggest issue for me was if I put a laptop in the laptop sleeve, I'm worried it's gonna somehow get warped. And as someone who does a lot of stuff on their laptop for photos and videos, it scares me a little bit. So